What is going on, everybody? Welcome to... Whoa, where's my webcam? Uh-oh. Hold on. I'll fix this. I was actually loading everything up in the wrong thing. I have that one loaded into my my personal one. What the hell? Properties, come on. There we go. Okay, cool. We're back. Cool. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Shuukan TokuNet, only here on the Tokusatsu Network, where we go over all the news from Tokusatsu live every Saturday here at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Man, I'm 5 minutes late. Sorry, I had to do some stuff real quick. It's takes a lot more time to set this up than you think. But I also see, hey, Pokegold, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday. I'm glad you're spending it here with us. Thank you. All right, let's jump into the news, you guys. And if you've never been here before, link at the top. It's also down in the description. You may have to refresh to find it or see it. Go to that link. You can ask me questions that I can see, and I can load up, boom, like that at any time. Easy as that. So let's get underway, you guys. And if I'm a little more peppy, it's because I've been drinking a bunch of these. You guys may have seen these advertised on Build. Ooh, so good. So good. Yay, you made it live. Welcome, soundboard. Nani? All right, our first story of the week is Space Sheriff Gavin. Kenji Oba has been hospitalized. So this information came to us posted by the company that represents the actor Kenji Oba. Stated that he was currently hospitalized after having collapsed at home a few days ago. The post mentions that Kenji is currently heading towards recovery and asks for fans to continue watching over him. Not much else is known at this time. We just wanted to kind of put this out there and report on it, just because it's very serious when people get older in age and they collapse at home. There could be a lot of things wrong with that, but we're hoping for the best, and we're hoping for no news is good news, which is currently where we're sitting. This happened a few days ago. So everybody just give your best vibes out there. It's funny how Squall makes mistakes every time. It's kind of a skill, actually. It's a quirk of mine. Hey, what's up, Yassine? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Got Yassine in the house. But yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with the Metal Hero series, Gavin, Kenji's been in Sentai. He's been in just pretty much anything you can imagine. He's been in a Quentin Tarantino film. He played the Swordmaker in Kill Bill. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So, Kamen Rider Build's movie to use 3,000 extras in a single scene. So, this large-scale scene that they shot recently took place in Kitakyushu City in the Fukuoka prefecture for Build's first solo movie, on May 12th. So the city hall was blocked off for 9 hours during filming, which involved around 3,000 extras, said to be the largest use of extras in Kamen Rider series history. I mean, that is a lot of people. When you think about it, like, because I film and I do a lot of acting stuff, usually your non-union extras and actors, if they're just background, have to get paid at least $50. That's here at least. And it said it was 9 hours, so $50 over 9 hours, so that'd be a little bit of overtime too. I'm not sure how Japan works with that, but 50 times 3,000, like, you are immediately looking at, like, that's an expensive scene. Holy crap. So the two main leads, and Sento and Banjo being clad in a mysterious black outfit, thanked fans and others extras for braving the heat during the long shoot. This currently untitled Kamen Rider Build movie will open on August 4th. It's just so crazy, but, at least we have 3,000 people that can hopefully spoil the movie for us and spoil at least what's going to happen in that scene. Hopefully. Like that little kid right there in the yellow shirt, the little piece. He's going to blab. I know it. He looks like he'd crack under pressure. even though his mom signed that NDA. Yeah, 15,000. But that's here at least. And then if they have any principal extras out of that bunch too, like they get a pay raise. Oh, that scene got cut. I don't know. Usually when they put enough money into that, if it's like I've done scenes where like I've been like in the background of like a hospital or like on a like TV show or something that sometimes do get cut, but it's like 2 or 3 people that don't get to do that, but they still get paid. So it's like extra work if you can get it, if you can find it. So like if you live in like the Georgia area, you'll have extra work even if you don't want to find it. I almost went down a couple years ago because someone that I knew when I lived in the Midwest, she moved down there and she got a job casting for bigger movies, and she is just like, one week she's like, hey Squall, can you come down to Georgia for like 2 weeks? And I was like, what? Why? And she's like, I want you to play a high school kid. And I was like, oh, for what? And she's like, Spider-Man Homecoming. And I'm like, And then we found out that I had to be a Atlanta resident to do that, so I wasn't able to do that. And then she tried to do the same thing like a month later with another Fast and the Furious movie, but I was like, I can't because I don't live there and I don't want to live there. It's the Bible Belt. No. But we also have some more news surrounding Build. This one a little bit sadder. So Kamen Rider Build's Sora Amamiya was diagnosed with chorditis vocalis. That's an English word, Latinish word, and I still can't pronounce it. Thank you guys for watching, as always. So the voice of the Mars Queen Vernage, I haven't ever said that out loud. I've only read it. From Kamen Rider Build, Sora Amamiya has been diagnosed with chorditis vocalis. And it's an inflammation of the vocal cords, which it's not good. Oops, I forgot to change the photo on this one. But basically it's, what do they say? Like it's something that like, cause I believe she's a singer. So the official website for the Tri-Sale, the 3-member actress unit, was the source of this revelation. Due to her throat issues, which were reported by fans recently, it has forced her to cancel her appearance at the Second Shot Festival Girls Member 2018 event. The official website for the event explained that the reason for the cancellation was due to her health issues. Yeah, that's sad because sometimes like it's like with dancers, they get like what's known as like dancer's hip, and they can't do it anymore. Same thing kind of goes for this. Sometimes people get sick. Sometimes they overstrain their vocal cords. It happens a lot in the vocal community, for singers, voice actors, even just like regular people that do podcasts. They lose that will to do it because it becomes a strain on them and it hurts their everyday life. So best of luck to her. Best of luck to the group as well. So yeah, I wonder how that scene will play out with the 3,000 people. That's crazy. Anyway, let's move on to everyone's favorite. Who's that Shukuman? Are you guys ready for this? All right, guys. Who's that Shukuman? We need to... Okay, right now, in chat, guess who that is, first of all. And secondly, should we call it Shukuman or Tokuman? Tokuman sounds like a Digimon, though. So, yeah, I don't think it'll affect Build, but it's still pretty sad for the event. Let's go to some questions. All right, so I popped this one earlier. What are your expectations for Ultraman R/B, Red versus Blue? This might be the first one that I actually start watching from the beginning. I have a couple friends that have been trying to get me to watch Ultraman for a while now, so I think this one will be one that I'll actually stick with. Just because I think I can watch this on Crunchyroll. I think that's a thing now, right? Tokuman. Oh, you guys are guessing Go on Yellow? You go maybe. But I have no expectations. The last Ultraman I watched was a couple years ago. I watched all of the first series because I got like a really cheap DVD set of it. After reading Ready Player One with a friend, so we just sat down and watched like all like 80 whatever episodes. You guys think it's it's RPM Yellow? It's Go on Yellow. Let's see. is Kamen Rider Build moving too fast? You could say it's building up a little bit too fast. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think the problem that Kamen Rider has a lot of times is it does set these things up, these intricate things up. But I think that this one's actually moving at a very reasonable pace, having just rewatched everything up to the episode 35. I think it's going at a great pace. It A, didn't overwhelm me, and it B, didn't bore me at any point, which a lot of Rider series do, especially X8. X8 moved at like the worst crawl I've ever seen, only having watched like the first 20-ish episodes. But like Build's really well structured. Like the first arc with kind of setting up all the characters to introducing Stock as like this more hierarching villain, and then it kind of like led into the warring nations sort of Gaim feel to it, and then kind of led us to where we are now with the Pandora's Tower. I think it's moving at a great pace. What motive do you want Kamen Rider Go to have? I don't know. All right, let's go back to this. Who's that Toku man? Toku man. Ooh, I saw someone got it right, kind of. So people have been saying go on yellow. Someone said Kagarisha, the main villain, which technically is right, but also it's a new form. It is, what is it called? Kaga Yellow. So if you'll notice, she's got the little valve on her half, because it is Kagarisha's character. She's transforming into Go on Yellow. Why? I don't know. Let's jump into the story. So Go-Onger V-Cinema plot and Kaga Yellow was revealed recently. So the plot of the Engine Sentai Go-Onger 10 Years Grand Prix, as well as the new hero Kaga Yellow, have been revealed. So this is a statement from Go on Water. Yeah. This is a statement from a press release from Toei. Could this be the replacement for Yellow? Now Okiawa, who will portray the water pollution minister in the V-Cinema, will transform into Yellow in the movie. After transforming, her name is Kaga Yellow. Above her head is the valve, which is the only remnant of her design. So as a member of the Gaiarc, she existed as an antagonist in the Go-Ongers. So why exactly is she transforming into Yellow? Plus, what happened to Saki? That question, of course, will be answered when you watch. This time, the monsters that block the path of the Go-Ongers are revealed. The Eliki clan Zontark, Noizun, and Greyski. Wow. Each have hidden and powerful abilities, and how they face off against the Go-Ongers is due attention. So, interesting. Is she mind controlled? I don't know. I actually, and this might be a worse reflection on myself than I want to admit to, but I actually didn't notice the valve on her head when the article was posted on our website. I didn't notice the valve. I noticed that her suit actress was a little bit bustier than what I remember, and that's when I was like, oh, whoa, and then I noticed the valve. But really, my only hope for this movie is that we see a G3 Princess reunion. I mean, we have everybody there. I mean, we don't know where Saki is, but Saki must have been corrupted. No, I think Saki's going to come back into it. But you know what? If we have a G3 Princess reunion, we better have a G5 Prince one too. A full story outline for the movie was also provided. So 10 years have passed since the fierce fight with the Gaiarc. Unprecedented peace has come to the human world due to the Minister of Defense Nozomi's isolation barrier. Ooh, looks like they're cutting off the other 7. However, this severed connections between the Go-Ongers and the engines. Plus, due to the Sentai activity ban law, they'll be labeled as terrorists. What? I actually haven't read this till right now, admits that a mysterious young boy called Soji appears to them with Bear RV's engine cast. Sosuke and the others save him as he's being pursued by the special police. G3 Princess is cringy. No, it's the best episode in that entire show. Trust me. It's, what is it, episode 31 or something? It's the best episode. I reference it anytime I can. Those recolors look awful. I know. This... Yeah. And for some reason, the one standing in their way is none other but Saki, who parted ways with Go-Ongers and has become part of the government public relations office. I haven't read this till right now. Oh man. The major incident will drag the world in, and how will it involve the fate of the Go-Ongers? The DVD and Blu-ray will be released on September 26th. When will this be released? September 26th. Oh man. You guys know me. Actually, this is a spoiler right there. Maybe I shouldn't point it out, but she doesn't have the valve on her head. Also, she's a little bit Sakier sized. So she becomes a Go-Onger again. I mean, we all knew it was gonna happen, but come on, Toei. Come on. Oh man. That seems like a really good V-Cinema. I was like whatever with the SPD one. I was whatever with the Hurricaneer one, because they're just fun. But this one actually sounds really interesting. Who's the green villain in the middle based on? I'll look that up for you. Remind me at the end of the show. We'll do a little research. No spoiler. No. I haven't watched Go-Onger yet. Is it worth watching? If you ask me, I absolutely loved Go-Onger. It's very goofy. It's ridiculous. And if you know that going in, you won't be as disappointed. Because I watched Geki Ranger first, which was very serious and very goofy at the same time. So it had a good mix. And then I jumped into Shuukan, which was on live then. Because Go-Onger had a few episodes left, and I wanted to wait till it was all done. And I watched Shuukan, and I loved Shuukan because it was super serious. But then I got into Go-Onger, and I was a little thrown off at first. But I love the characters. I love the situations. I love how stupidly anime goofy it is. And then it's kind of like TokuNet, where like the last arc of the show really kind of comes out of nowhere, and it's more serious than any other like series I've seen in a while. So yes, I would say watch it. If you have some other shows that are ahead of it, maybe, put it on the back burner, but definitely watch Go-Onger before you see this movie, because I think it's one of the best underrated seasons. It's got the best team, like, dynamic. They're so dysfunctional. I love it. They're like the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia of Sentai. I'll just put it at that. Not nearly as raunchy, but just as dysfunctional. They're like, what is that? Shameless? They're like the Shameless cast of Sentai. All right. Kamen Rider Forze's Irina Mano marries pro soccer player Gaku Shibasaki. If you guys know me, this one comes as a deep blow. The marriage ceremony took place on April 18th, and the registration will be made official over the summer. So the two met through mutual friends. They developed a long-distance relationship due to Shibasaki playing in Spain's La Liga, the highest level of professional soccer in the country. And the couple was able to work around their schedules to allow their relationship to foster. So if you don't know, Mano, who's a member of the Hello Project, has appeared in various J-dramas, but to us is probably best known to Tokusatsu fans as Narishiko, Kamen Rider Narishiko, who appeared in 2 Kamen Rider Forze movies. TokuNet was very mixed with feels like watered down Go-Onger. I like TokuNet. TokuNet's ending never fails to make me cry. So this is Narishiko here. She's probably my favorite female writer, and it sucks that she was only movie version, but God, did I love her when she was in that show. Or those movies. Oh my gosh. Like, there have been some other great female leads, but Narishiko, she had her performance just had like a special place in my heart. Oh man. All right, let's move on to some more odd news, like Power Rangers Legacy Wars to start to feature Street Fighter characters. Like, what? So the mobile game Power Rangers Legacy Wars will now be including characters from the Street Fighter video game series as of now. So players will be able to control Ryu, Chun-Li, and Guile. Akuma will be added later on, actually today, May 19th, with Cammy and M. Bison to be announced later. Ooh, Kivala. That's pretty good. So the CEO of Legacy Wars, Taehoon Kim, had this to say: "Seeing Street Fighter characters duking it out with Power Rangers is truly a new and magical event. It's never been done before, and now we're making it happen in Power Rangers Legacy Wars, proving the rising trend of competitive mobile gaming in the West." Yoshinori Ono, the executive producer at Capcom, said this about the partnership: "The Ranger series that I also grew up watching as a kid have crossed overseas, became Power Rangers, and now being received by all ages. I can't contain my excitement just thinking about the idea of our Street Fighter characters moving about in that world. Players can unlock these characters naturally over the progression of the game, or you can, totally puss out and buy them for $4.99. It's interesting to see that this is happening, but I mean, you look at everything that's been going on with the Power Rangers right now, like Hasbro bought them. There's just a lot more, I think, being done that complements the series. Like, this is weird, this is interesting, but like, if it works, it works. I'm not like necessarily pooping on the idea, but I think this could easily lead to better things. Like, we need a good Power Rangers game. I think that would be really fun. Like, imagine, and I know this will never happen in a million years, but imagine like a Persona style game centered around you as a Power Ranger. That would be crazy cool. So cool. What are you guys saying? The Green Ranger fought Ryu. It's been done before. When was it done last? All right. Let's move on. Also in Power Rangers news, the Shattered Grid comic to conclude in August 2018. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 30 from writer Kyle Higgins and artist Danielle Di Noculo. Hope I said that right. It's anyone left standing versus the big bad of Shattered Grid, Lord Draken himself, while a covert team of Rangers undertake one last mission. Let's see. I kind of just skimmed this one, but I decided we should throw this back in. Exactly. Anything to come back to a Power Rangers game is always a good thing, just to keep the brand in people's minds. But I don't know. I'm getting so over Mighty Morphin. I'm getting such Mighty Morphin fatigue. So Shattered Grid is Boom Studios' epic comic event celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Power Rangers franchise, running across both the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic and the Go-Go Power Rangers comic. And this event sees Rangers from across the series' 25-year run teaming up to fight the ultimate threat. So if you guys haven't read this, it's very vividly. It's really good. It's one of the best comic arcs that I've read in a while, and the fact that it takes place over Power Rangers and that it enhances those stories, that it like brings sort of like a better resonance to them and certain characters. It's definitely worth picking up. I'm actually going to be doing a video pretty soon on how I think it's going to end. Because I have a pretty good idea. You guys better check that. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, let's move on to our final. Who's that Shuukan man? Any guesses? It's kind of like last week's. This one's gonna be. We'll see. All right. This question right here. Yes. Do you think that Kamen Rider Grease needs a power up? I think he both needs and deserves, and I know exactly what it's going to. Okay, back up a little bit. I don't look at scans. I don't look at those because I don't like that stuff getting spoiled for me. But I think he needs a power up that involves a red, blue, and yellow sort of facet from his old friends. Spoiler alert. I think that would be a very good. Sort of power up. But yeah, he needs a power up. They can't have him go the entire show without a power up or something, and like the way that this Pandora box is kind of coming to a head right now, I could see it quelling after like an episode or two that would then lead them into their final arc. So he needs to get it. He needs to get it in like I would say like if we get to episode 41 and he doesn't have it, he's probably not going to get it. So that Shuukan man is go on yellow, lol. Yeah, but Grease definitely needs a power up. He's my favorite character in Build. He's got the best suit. What episodes of Lupin versus Pat do you think they will join forces? I'm gonna say, I don't know. It's really hard to tell because the gimmick on this show relies so heavily on them not knowing one another's, like groups, like keeping those separated. Like that's a huge important part. If anything, it could happen during the movie. I mean, we did have a little bit of it with Yellow and Pink teaming up, but like a full team together won't happen until either a movie or will like segue into our final arc. And that's kind of like when the Pato Rangers find out the identities of the Lupin Rangers and they have to go on the run. Or there could be something where it's like in the middle of the series where they find out and then they have to basically go on the run and then everything kind of quells over and they let them do their thing because they understand. But I don't know. It's so like if they find out and they join forces, then like the whole gimmick of the show kind of goes out the door. Grease's modern Showa era rider. But yeah. Would you bring back the Rider Sentai crossover like Gaim and TokuNet or Drive-In Ninja? If so, how would you do it? No, Dr. Grid. I was never a fan of those just because I feel like as a kid, if you like Sentai or if you like Kamen Rider and you see these crossover episodes and those ones that they've done in Gaim and TokuNet and Drive and Ninja, they honestly drag on because it's just so much of a like a hey, check out my buddy here, like it has no real content to it. I'd rather have them do it in a movie than an episode or two that I usually will skip if I ever rewatch the show. I think the only ones that I actually liked was Shikanger and Decade. But because I was watching Shikanger and I saw Decade, I was like, what the hell is Decade? And so I went to go watch Decade and I was just confused for like a year of my life. Because that show was still on and it just didn't make really any sense in correlation to like the rest of the seasons, which I tried to watch, and they were parallel universes, and it was confusing. It was confusing. Yeah. Do you think Zio will be an anniversary season similar to Decade? I sure hope so. It has to be. It's the 20th final full. It's the final rider that appears in the Heisei Rider. It'll extend into the next era, but it has to be an anniversary season. It has to kind of wrap everything up so that when we get to the rider after Zio, it'll kind of be its own thing, sort of like Kuga or Double was, where it kind of doesn't have to rely on those past seasons as much. But and finally from Masked Rider Blue, have you seen the Toei Spider-Man? I have. I love it. I want my own Leopardon, and I wish I would get powers radiated into my body from the planet Spider. If you guys haven't seen Toei Spider-Man, it is the stupidest thing. I love it. It's like the cheapest made toku. Like it makes Go Ranger and Kamen Rider look like masterpieces. It's a good fun show. We'll just leave it at that. But finally, who's that Tokumon? Let's see, a couple people were saying, I'm scrolling back up. It's the Shukumon is going yellow. Maybe. No, it's not Ishiko. I'm still hung up on that. I'm still sad about that. Oh man, let's do some quick news real quick. So a Garo themed cafe is opening soon in June. On Twitter, the Garo Project announced that a special Garo themed cafe, which they've titled Garo Makai Hall It, will open for a limited time in Area Q, which is in Harajuku, Tokyo. Features drinks, food, special video screenings, armor, and costumes on display, as well as exclusive goods for sale. Oh, that'd be cool to get some t-shirts or something. The cafe will be open from June 15th to July 1st. And finally, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Earth revealed. So Godzilla Earth depicts Godzilla as seen in Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. The figure comes with a non-moving Godzilla Phileas, and and a landing boat with pedestrian parts. Pedestrian parts. Band name dibs. I'm calling dibs on that. Oh no, wait, pedestal parts. I can't read. But non-moving Godzilla, like, isn't that the whole point of SH? Is that they're like super articulate and they can move? I don't know. This product is available for pre-order for 11,880 Japanese yen and is expected to ship in October. We need a Rider Cafe. There's actually some Shocker cafes in Japan. Yeah. Or there's one. But yeah, I think we should have like a pop-up like Deno train cafe. That'd be really cool. But anyway, guys, that's our news for the week. This is the part where I'm supposed to plug everything, but I never remember what to do. But if you guys like what we do here on today and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, please. If you want to see more on these articles and read into more of it, look at some of the places that we get our news articles from. We have all the links, all the sources, all the images, more than I show on here, just to kind of entice you to go and check them out over there at tokusatsunetwork.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. We have updates as soon as we post news articles. We're getting our Discord set up, so if you guys are interested, we're going to put that out soon so you guys can join and hang out with us there and get news as soon as it happens, as well as Patreon. We couldn't do any of this without your Patreon support, so we want to thank everybody who is on Patreon that supports us. Links down below. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and Shout Factory is making Jetman DVDs, as well as Gao Ranger is their fourth quarter release. But yeah, oh yeah, do researcher on the Go-Onger, the green Go-Onger villain. Let's see. Go-Onger 10 years later. Let's see. Let's see, what is his name? Hold with me real quick, guys. Let's see if I can do this. Like, see how fast I can do this. Uh-oh, we didn't tag that one. There we go. So we can diss you on the Discord? Yeah, exactly. You guys can. We should do a drinking game where whenever I do something live like this, every time I mispronounce something, you gotta take a shot. But just be careful, you might die. Noizun. That's his name. Let's see if I can find him by his name. Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now. I'll probably have to go through all of the things. It may even be a new rider too, but I know the one on the far right that we had. Like here, let's jump back real quick. Yeah, I know the one on the far right there was what was his name? Hikimeru Nderesu or something like that. Like he was like all about math, and he like was there right before they introduced the 6th and 7th heroes. Well, welcome, Ahmed. But yeah, the one on the left, I definitely see him before, especially his red tie. But the one in the middle may actually be a new villain. I'm probably just gonna say right now, it's probably like the guy who's doing all this with the government. It's the easiest answer. But yeah, that's our show for the week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm really bad at goodbyes. I'm from the Midwest, so usually this takes forever. Archimedes, yeah, Archimedes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. As always, we'll be back next week with some more Shuukan TokuNet. And I might be doing a stream later today on my channel over at Squall Charleston, or on or tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a tournament with Kamen Rider Climax Fighters. So if you guys want to do that and want to hang out, I'll be doing that soon. So thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Bye. Matane. Ooh, that was cringy. I'm never going to do that again.